What's up, guys? I'm going to play this game. I'm going to give my honest review and my honest opinion about it. Project POLARO. So, right out the bat, first thing I notice, there's no fucking music. There's no music at all. Okay, that's a great start. All right, let's go ahead and choose my starter. Okay, so they finally did catch up to Ultima, and they finally added the Gen 9 starters. That's a good start. He chooses Charmander. I like this. That's very smart of you guys to do this. Oh, a regular sprite. You know, some people prefer that. The UI is really nice. I think the UI is pretty good. Okay, there's no sounds. That's interesting. No game music, no sounds. Okay. Oh, I'm dead. All right, let's see what we got here. The running animation is the same as Ultima. The map looks pretty basic. Let's see. The UI, the one thing I can say about this game, and the one thing that you guys do get right, is the UI. The UI looks amazing, okay? It looks good. I will admit that. Let's see. Disable music. Okay, so it says disable music, but the funny thing is there is no music, so the running is very, very slow. You can rebattle all trainers by leaving the game. Okay. You can find it in any patch of grass. Oh, okay. That's good. Let's see what... Okay, so there's literally no game music. This kind of makes the whole game bland, I'm not going to lie to you. This background's pretty mediocre. It needs to be updated. Because, I mean, some people prefer, like, the older generational stuff, but sometimes it's just not the best option. Let's check this UI. The UI is basic, just like the other thing. Okay. Again, still no music. That's cool. I'm dead. I've already died. Interesting. That's a cool UI. Mom's house looks pretty basic. You want to know something funny I just realized? You can't even get 75% of the Pokemon in this game because the way it works is you have to... A developer has to put the Pokemon inside of the grass because it's called wild grass, right? Oh, you can walk on water. That's interesting, too. The water's pretty basic. I think that's kind of funny how you can walk on the water. Okay, interesting. But basically how it works is this is wild grass, and the way it works is you put specific Pokemon inside the wild grass. I also like how I can still walk around, like even though I'm in a battle. That's very interesting. I'm very interested in that feature. That's a pretty great feature to have. Look at this. I'm still walking. I get an encounter, and I can still walk around. That's very interesting. Oh, look, I can type on the signs. There you go. That way everybody can see that and realize that this game is actually bad. Alright, let's see if we can skip these trainers. Oh my gosh, a Bidoof. Don't care. I like how I can't skip trainers. I have to battle this guy. Oh my gosh, I finally made it. I made it to Viridian City. You know something I also noticed? This is literally just decompiled from the original Project Pokemon. Like, this whole map. They can't even spell Viridian right. Look, they don't even have the letters in sync correctly. Like, what am I playing right now? This is awful. Poke Centers are pretty generic. Okay, so the PC UI is pretty basic. Still no music. What do you have to say? Pidgeys, so many Pidgeys. I can't find any Pikachus. If you defeat 5 Pidgeys in Route 1 for me. Maybe I can give you a share from my Great Balls. Okay, so an actual side quest. Okay, so I will give you props for this. This is actually a very good thing to have inside the game. Hey, let's go into this house and see what's in here. The 8th gym leader is an enigmatic figure. I wonder who is he, she, the... This game is trash.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. In all honesty, graphic-wise, this game is dog shit. Look at this water texture. Look at this water, how basic this shit looks. Like, this is bad. You can't even surf, dude. There's no surfing in this game. In Project Ultima, you can surf. You can't even go across this water. And there should be, like, wild encounters inside this water, but you can't do that because you can't even... You know what the funny thing is? You can't even obtain everything in this game because, first of all... So this is Project Ultima's game. You notice how, like, everything is high quality? The water is actual terrain water, and you can surf across water. This is a Hoenn region, by the way. This is the game, how big and massive the game is. Do you see this? Region 1, Region 2, Region 3. Look at this. These are all the region map areas. So let me explain to you why Project POLARO is not as good as Project Ultima. Now, if you go here, there's a thing called wild grass. I don't know if you guys know what this is or not. But if you go to wild grass, so basically... This right here is a wild grass, and the thing that's interesting about it is you are only able to obtain Pokemon that the developers put inside of these patches of grass. So you know what that means, right? So in Project POLARO, you can't even obtain most of the Pokemon that exist in the game because randomizer and normal game mode are completely separate game modes, which is ridiculous. In Project Ultima, you have a thing that is called randomizer, and it's part of your normal game file. Meaning that, let me show you real quick. See, I'm playing Project Ultima. It's already a million times better because we have intro music. So you see this button right here, randomizer. Click load above when highlighted. Boom, boom. Now watch this. See, in Project Ultima, there's no pay to win. There's no pay to win at all. You can catch everything in the game naturally. So if you come over here to the wild grass area, and your Pokemon follow you in this game too. And there's animated sprites. Everything about this game is way better than Project POLARO. I don't understand why people even play it to begin with. So if you do this, look, you have randomizer turned on in your normal game save. You can encounter anything in the game, which means you don't have to spend money on the game to get Pokemon that you can't naturally obtain in the game. This is the problem with Project POLARO. You cannot catch everything in the game. Say, for instance, there's a Bidoof, right? You can't find a Bidoof that naturally in Project POLARO. This is just an example. I may be wrong about this, but it's an example. Say, for instance, there is no wild grass areas with that Bidoof. So, and you want a Bidoof. Guess what? You gotta pay money, Robux, to spin a roulette wheel for a chance to get that Pokemon. Now look, this is another reason why Project Ultima is just way better than Project POLARO. Check this out. Surf. Use. Dragonite. See, I'm going to put Surf on my Pokemon. I'm going to get rid of Waterfall, and I'm going to put Surf. So here's another reason why Project Ultima is just better. The water is nice and blue. Do you want to use Surf? Yes. Click on the water. Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's almost like Project Ultima is better than Project POLARO. And guess what? You can actually get encounters in the water too. See, look. Wow. There's so much there's so much more things to offer in Project Ultima than in Project POLARO. I'm telling you. Well, I'm going to show you some more examples. So here's another reason why Project Ultima is just overall superior to Project POLARO. First of all, if you look at the trainer card, We have 24 badges for you to obtain, and we have 3 championship titles for you to obtain. And Project POLARO, you only have 11 gems. That is mediocre compared to what you can do on Project ULTIMA. Now, you see, in Project ULTIMA, there's a lot of reasons why the game is better. Another reason is how you can actually obtain every single legendary in the game through special means, and there are a total of 24 legendary Pokemon that are static encounters, meaning that they either require a method, they require an item or a specific Pokemon, or for you to activate something in order to encounter them. Here is an example. Here's a Moltres, which is located in the Victory Road, Kanto. This is the Deep Victory Road in Kanto. Now, you can actually encounter legendary Pokemon as static encounters in the game. Another thing is we also have these things called Hoopa Rings, which you can use to find legendaries much more easier. That's another reason why Project ULTIMA is superior. Here's another reason why Project ULTIMA is superior. We have bicycles! You can't do this in Project POLARO! You see, everything in this game is just better, in general. The one thing that I will agree on in Project POLARO that's better, as you can see, there's special items in the game as well. And there's PvP, and there's Gigantamax. You can actually Gigantamax a Pokemon by getting the G-Max band, which allows you to Dynamax your Pokemon into whatever Dynamax form that Pokemon is. POLARO does not have this. Another thing that POLARO have been exposed for in the past is that a lot of the owners are actually exploiters. They'll go around and exploit other games that perform better than them, and then they'll sit around and complain about how they don't have players. And then when they do get players, they like to brag about it to other games and try to make it seem like they're more superior, but that's just not true. Project ULTIMA, overall, I'm going to show you an analytic graph right now showing that more people are interested in Project ULTIMA than they are in Project POLARO. You can put in a search term. I'm going to put in Project POLARO compared with Project ULTIMA. And if you look, Project ULTIMA overall has had more search results over the past, probably over the past year. I'm going to put the past 5 years to get a really good example. So back here around December 12th, POLARO got a big spike, but then they died. And then Project ULTIMA we kept our interest over time. As you can see, overall, more people search for Project ULTIMA than Project POLARO. And this spike right here is recent. They recently did get about 9,000 players, which was actually legit players. But back here in 2011, around right here, they claimed they had 6,000 people playing, and I accused them of like-botting their game. Turns out they actually did like-bot their game, because if they didn't, it would show right here as a increase of interest over time. Now, see, this is actual growth, but as you can see, their growth is declining once again, and it's going to go right back to where it was. If you guys thought this video was helpful in any way, subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed. Come join a better game at discord.gg/ultimagame. We'd like to see you here. Peace!